thank God we are launching our re-election bid. This is my last run for the Senate, so we are excited about the opportunity to talk to people about what we've already done and what we're going to do. And so this is a great opportunity for me to thank my folks in North Charleston for giving me a second chance at life in many ways. As a kid who nearly failed out of Stall High School and had a second chance at it, I think I have the blessing of paying it forward and paying it back to the people who gave me the story of redemption, and now I get to live it.
You talked about this being your last Senate bid. There's been a lot of speculation as you've risen to national prominence over the last few years about whether or not you could be a candidate for president someday. Is that something that you could be interested in at some point?
Well, as you know, South Carolina loves football, and the best way to play ball is to focus on the next game, not the game after that. So for me, 2022 is my only focus, and in order for us to have any conversation about anything else, we better win in 2022.
Can you commit that if you do win in 2022, that you would serve a full 6-year term? Is that something you commit to?
I commit to serving the people of South Carolina without any question.
What's kind of like your platform for the upcoming election?
You know, it's a simple one. Promises made, promises kept. I think what we have to do right now, especially with the Biden administration in office, is we have to create jobs in the private sector. One of the fastest ways for us to do that is to look at success stories like the opportunity zones that I crafted and put into the 2017 tax cuts. We have to work on the regulatory balance so that we have more focus on the American people and those folks who need jobs, as opposed to creating a socialist state run from Washington, D.C. So the contrast between the two sides has never been greater. Therefore, the importance of the policy positions that we take on opportunity zones, on school choice, are two ways for us to set what I would say the captives free.
And while we have you, you've been working very closely on police reform
Yes.
over the last few months. Can you update us on the status of that? There was an announcement last week about that.
Yeah, so we've agreed to the framework, so we know what we want to include in the bill, which also is important on what's not going to be in the bill. What we have decided is that on 242, we are not going to change the standard on 242 on qualified immunity. We're not exposing the individual officer to any additional liability, which means that we can focus on the community and on law enforcement working together. So I'm excited about where we are. We'll see if, of course, the devil's in the details, so now we have to write this up.
Do you think that you can reach a sort of an agreement on those details within the next few weeks at this point?
I'm cautiously optimistic. Certainly, we have a lot of work that needs to be done. A bad deal is worse than no deal, so we'll focus on getting a good deal, or we won't get there at all.
What are you doing for the rest of the day?
Oh, the rest of the day, I'm going to be spending my time on a bus going around South Carolina talking to my bosses, the constituents around the state, from Charleston to Columbia to Greenville. We'll have lots of conversations with folks around the state about why it's important for me to be reelected and why I serve them the way that I do.
Senator Graham faced quite a campaign last
He did.
year. Millions of dollars being raised on both sides. Have you talked to him about his experience?
I have.
The latest round of campaigning.
Several times. One of the things that I've realized is that what I've been doing, I need to keep doing, which of course is being a hometown senator. My brand is a very simple one. I'm a common sense guy looking for common ground, consistently conservative. So what we're going to do is maintain that hometown senator feel and continue to work throughout the state, travel the state, and make sure that people know not only do I want to serve them, but how I'm serving them is the way that I will continue to serve them.
Anything else you want to add?
Hi, Mom. That's my name.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank y'all.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it.
it.